Welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte. I'm the trauma-informed teacher, and this is a new vlog. I have just awoken from a glorious nap. It is the first day of Christmas break officially because we had a half day today and we got home and both Joe and I were just so tired. You can kind of hear it in my voice, but we've both been sick. We got some kind of a virus that the kids were passing around, and all the teachers have been sick. All the kids have been sick. So we all sound like this. I had a sinus infection after I got the virus, and then it turned into an ear infection also. So I've been on antibiotics. Here I am at my favorite store that I frequent. It is the Family Dollar / Dollar Tree, and I'm going in to pick up a couple of things for some fun activities for my students tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last full day. We have a full day tomorrow, our Christmas party, and then Friday is our last day before winter break, and it is a half day, and we'll be doing the Polar Express experience. So, gonna go in, see what I can find to add to the fun tomorrow. Actually, it was the beginning of the week this week that I was out for 3 days, and the last couple of days I've just been making some memories with my students and enjoying that special time right before break. They actually were really well behaved. I know that a lot of students get super hyper right before Christmas break, but the personality in my class this year is that they're super hyper on a regular basis. And when we get ready to do something special, they're looking forward to it and they don't want to get in trouble, so they're extra well behaved. So I actually really had kind of a peaceful end to my 2023 in the classroom. Our staff does a simple Christmas party every year. We just host it in our media center, and everyone brings a contribution to share food-wise. And then if we want to participate in the Dirty Santa game, then we can bring a wrapped gift to trade in the festivities. So I'm contributing this year a 7-layer salad. You can see that I have really gotten into my preparation, and I have lettuce all over my arm, so just ignore that interesting little factoid. But I really like this salad. It's one of my favorite go-tos for contributing to any kind of a potluck, because it just requires some chopping and minimal prep, but it is so delicious, and it pairs well with all different kinds of appetizers and sweets that other people bring. It has such a good flavor. The dressing is really delicious with like a garlicky, sweet flavor, creamy flavor, and most people like it. Oops. Here I'm boxing up my student gifts. I just bought these cute little pop-out boxes from the Dollar Tree. And I have some kids this year in my 4th grade class who are completely obsessed with spicy anything. They are always bringing Takis for snack. They love to see who can eat the most spicy things. So I decided when I was in Walmart to pick up a package of variety hot sauces, and half of my students are going to be getting a little pack of hot sauce, a piece of candy like Kit Kat or a Reese's, and then an ornament. Here are the different hot sauces, by the way. They're from different like countries. Perfect. Like $14.99 for all of these. Super easy and simple. And then here are my little ornaments. But the other half of the class is getting little hot chocolates in Starbucks looking cups. So I think that everybody will find something that they love. We did so many fun things this week. I played the saran wrap ball game that Michelle Emerson talks about in her games suggestions video. If you did not watch her video and you still have a couple days left, because I know Christmas is like at a time where some people are going up till the last minute, I will put that up in the cards so you can watch it in case you need a filler activity for the last few days. But it was so fun. You just take saran wrap and little Dollar Tree like prizes, and you wrap them up into a ball, and you keep wrapping and putting more gifts in every so many wraps. And then you play Christmas music, and the students are grouped. So I did like 4 saran wrap balls, 4 different tables, and spaced my kids out around the room. And then they unwrap until the music stops or the song changes, and then they pass to the next person. Anything that falls out of their saran wrap ball is theirs to keep. So they were super excited about that. Now I'm home, and I'm actually working on getting some of my student gifts ready. But of course, I have to watch a Christmas movie. So what's a better choice than Elf? It always puts me in the Christmas spirit to watch these Christmas movies. This one and the Santa Claus movies, Home Alone movies, those are like my favorite go-to getting ornaments ready or getting parent gifts ready movies in the background while I work. This year we did the coolest project, and here I'm just applying my students' artwork to little canvases. I actually was going to have them paint directly on the canvas for their art, but I forgot the canvases at home. So here I am instead, sitting here Mod Podging these things onto the canvases at night, because I know tomorrow we will not have time to do anything other than wrap these things before our day is over. We have a half day, and it's going to be super cram-packed busy with the Polar Express experience that we have prepared for students. So I'm just watching a movie and sitting here, hanging out, chilling out, and letting my brain rest while I apply all of these beautiful pictures to the canvases for students. I'm giving it a layer of the Mod Podge on top just to seal everything in really nicely, and this will help their work to not fade as quickly, and hopefully when they are adults, they'll be able to still have this as a reminder of their time in 4th grade with me. If you've never used Mod Podge before, don't be alarmed. It does look like a milky white color when you're working with it, but it will dry clear and all of the colors of your artwork will really pop and be super vibrant after it dries. It's just such a beautiful finish.
That's all. Seems like everyone else. Beautiful girl named Susan Wells. And I've never even left the North Pole, buddy. I've been around the world many times.
I found this super cute Christmas poem to parents that I printed out in color, and we are sticking it to the back of each of their canvases, just to make it an especially tearjerker moment when their parent unwraps their gifts this Christmas. Just look at how cute these Christmas gifts turned out for our parents. I mean, the colors after the Mod Podge are just amazing. So awesome. Love it. Can't wait for the parents to see these. Really happy with this one. Super simple. I'll link it below. Today is our last day with our elves, so we are going to have them watching the students. They're setting out all of their canvases for them, and when they come in, I'm going to let the students know that they need to pick up their canvas, and then I'm going to pass out wrapping paper for them so they can wrap their own gifts, and we will zhoosh them up a little bit with some ribbon and a picture that I took of them. And then I'm gonna let them actually carry the elves around in the room today in a jar. So they're gonna be super excited about that, because the whole time we've had drama about people trying to touch the elves. So hopefully this will make them happy. Today during our half day, we had a movie, a Polar Express movie, and we have a DJ in our staff, and he does an awesome job of doing like lights and special effects. So I'll put a little clip here that I can that doesn't break privacy rules for the students, but this is basically what we walked into today.
Oh, they took his leg. They took his leg. Listen, they killed him. Look, they took his leg.
Understand? I'm trying to take it. Let me try again. Madam Mesquite in the house.
On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly.
We did a little math mystery booklet that I will also link below. You have to purchase that though, but it reviewed different like fractions and addition and subtraction concepts. So instead of teaching new material, I just played this little mystery game with them where they had to do a worksheet, then they get a clue, and then they do another worksheet and they get a clue, and then we didn't quite finish it, but that's okay because they were enjoying it. So we'll probably finish that up when we get back as one of our beginning welcome back activities. Baxter's looking at me right now, kind of funny because I'm talking to my phone and he's like, there's no one in there. Anyway, let's see. For reading, we did Christmas comprehension passages. I didn't make them super difficult, just practice and, you know, to keep in our comprehension skill knowledge. And we learned about Christmas around the world. My students in 4th grade in North Carolina have to learn about like different seasons and day and night in different parts of the world as part of their science standards. So I got the bright idea. There is a channel on here that I will also link in case you haven't seen her. It is a woman who lives in Svalbard, which is an island that is like the closest town near the North Pole. And they have the actual Santa's workshop there, and the mine lights up on the first day of Advent every year where Santa's workshop is located. And it actually explains how they have polar night there, where it is complete darkness from like November until February. And so that was really interesting for my students. We watched one of her like 18-minute videos, and it included the science concepts in there, but they actually got to see the real North Pole, what it really looks like, that people really live there, what it would be like to live there, that kind of thing, and how they celebrate Christmas. So then we read a passage about Christmas in other countries as well. So we did some things like that. We did a solubility, properties of matter activity that was also our parent gift, and they turned out so cute. So basically the way that you make these, it's super easy. You just need to go buy one of those big, huge variety packs of Sharpies. You might, depending on how many kids you have in your class, or how you're going to do it. If you're going to do all of them at once, or if you're going to do it in stations. I did mine in stations, so that worked pretty well. I only had like maybe 6 kids working on it at one time at the max. But you get a variety pack of Sharpies. They have something that they're going to color their design on, and they just create a colorful design with multicolored Sharpies. The more colors they include, the better it looks. It actually looks best if they don't use very much of the dark colors. It turns out better if they use a lot of the bright colors. And then after you're done, then they drip little drops of alcohol, and it needs to be an alcohol that is like at least 70%, 90% will work a little bit better, but I just had access to 70% from our nurse. So they drip, I put it in little like squirt bottles from the Dollar Tree and just show them how they just do a little bit at a time. And what that alcohol will do is the ink is soluble, so the alcohol will make kind of a watercolor effect where the colors will blend together and move around, and they can actually tilt their picture around a little bit. We did ours on coffee filters, and then we Mod Podged them onto little canvases that I also purchased at the Dollar Tree. I put a poem on the back. They wrapped it in wrapping paper. We put a little ribbon on the front, a gift tag, and they signed that. And I let the kids do their own wrapping, so it's like super adorable because some of them have no idea how to wrap packages, but it's just really cute and really sweet. And then the ribbon, I tied a laminated picture of them with 2023 written on the back and how old they were. So that was the gift. Actually, one of my favorite parent gifts that I've ever done for this age group, because by the time they get to 4th grade, they've done quite a few parent gifts, and I didn't want it to be just like the standard thing that that they do every year. So I really liked it. It also included, standards, so we were still learning something. Although I didn't talk too much about the solubility part, I'll use it and refer back to it when we come back after break. So that was kind of our week. Yesterday let's see, what did we do yesterday? Yesterday we had our Christmas party, and that was really fun. The kids did really well all day. We did have one little girl that won't be coming back after Christmas break. She's going to another school, and so we spent a little time just kind of reminiscing about fun things that we've done with her today, and all the kids had a chance in the meeting, our morning meeting, to talk to her about what they appreciated about her and what funny things they remembered, which was a real good bonding moment. And they all gave her a group hug and like try to knock her over. So it was fun. We had a really good day. The kids were happy. It was pleasant. We just all really enjoyed it. Got some cute gifts. And now I have refreshed myself with a glorious nap, and I'm going to go out into the living room and maybe do a few things, a few decorating things, and settle in for the night because I need to finish up some of my coursework that I'm working on because it's the end of the quarter for my classes. So that's what's been going on. Obviously, I have not been on here very much because I've just been really stuffed up, and you know, even today it's hard for me to be really clear in my speaking, but I am feeling a lot better than I was. I spent a lot of time in bed over the last 2 weeks because I was sick for quite a while, and it went through like different phases of this lovely virus that I had. So glad at least that I'm getting over it and kicking it before Christmas is actually here, because we have some super fun plans. We are going to go tomorrow shopping for our grandson and our granddaughter, and we're going to meet our grandson and my daughter and her husband in Virginia on Sunday after church and have our little Christmas with them, because she's getting ready to have a baby next month. So they're not going to be with us for Christmas this year. They just want to stay close to home. And then next week we have a fun cookie baking day planned with my other daughter and my granddaughter. And then we're going to celebrate with them on Christmas. And the Christmas evening, we're going to hop on a plane, fly to Oklahoma, and visit with our youngest daughter. And then a few days after that, we're going to drive to Texas to visit our friends that live near the Austin area. So we have a lot planned, and we're going to be gone after next week. After Christmas, we're going to be gone until basically it's time for us to go back to work. So whatever I want to get done around here, I need to get it done in this next week while we're still at home, so that when we come back from our trip, everything is ready to go. My lesson plans are like set up, and I'm all ready to just come back in and slide right back into my job. So yeah, it's been a fun and crazy whirlwind of a couple of weeks. Thanks for hanging out and appreciating me and not unsubscribing because of my sickness. This is actually the first time that I've been like sick like this, like really sick. Like usually every year I get something. Usually it's more like late October, early November, but this year it just held off until the very end, right before Christmas break. But whatever it was, like it was pretty serious because everyone was dropping like flies around the school. So we've had a lot of that going on. But like I said, I sound worse than I feel right now. I look worse than I feel. But I'm happy to be home. Looking forward to a fun time with family and friends over the Christmas holidays. And I'll try to vlog a little bit to capture that for you. Thanks for being here. I'm going to end the vlog off here, but wherever you're at, I hope that you remember to work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. And enjoy your holiday break, teachers.